Imagine this, you just landed in a new country where you don't know the language, and all you have in your pocket is a £200 or $200. And even buying milk in your local shop feels like, hey, climbing Mount Everest, right? That was me in 2010. A clueless immigrant in the UK, a complete knob. I didn't know anything, really. So, look, I get it, right? As an immigrant, we have a huge, giant chip on our shoulders. We feel inferior, we feel less. But here's the good news. If you understand the real strength of being an immigrant and the superpower it brings with it, you will be unstoppable. Trust me, it won't take long. Give me a few minutes and you won't regret that. Moving to a new country as a non-native speaker isn't hard. It's not hard. It's absolutely destroyed. It's brutal. It's really hard, especially if you are well-spoken in your mother language. I am Polish. I am very well-spoken. I read many, many books. I went to university. I failed, but I did go to university. I know how to speak Polish. I can speak to anyone. And then I'm coming to a different country, England, and suddenly you ending up at the very bottom of the society, literally overnight. Not only you have to look after yourself, find a job, survive, prove everyone that you're actually not an idiot. But you feel like, and every day is hard. Every day you go out there, you feel being judged. You feel like people look at you, they see you down as somebody who can't speak properly. Therefore, it must be stupid. But that's not true. You know it, I know it. And there is a beauty here. They know it too. Majority of people, you think they're judging you. They don't care. That's number one. And those who understand that you are from a different country, they won't judge you. They're not going to judge you because of how you sound, because of your surname. Unless you say something stupid, but that you can be native to say some stupid things, right? We see it all the time. We hear it all the time.
Who are you then?
Ronnie Pickering.
Who?
Ronnie Pickering.
Who?
Ronnie Pickering.
Who the fuck's that?
Yeah, me.
When I first arrived, doing a simple shopping for me was really, really challenging. And even though I am a confident person, like how much confidence can you have if you can't speak, right? I mean, you can stand in front of literally a shop assistant or clerk, like the guy in the shop, in front of him, look at his eyes, and you don't know what to say. Or if you're going to say, it's like, hello, have you got milk, please, sir? Like, oh my God, you feel in your head like you're a complete idiot. And I've been there, and it took me a couple of years to get past, that embarrassment in my own head. I remember I once left a store, a shop, before buying what I wanted, because I was too embarrassed to ask for something. There was something I needed to ask. There was like two different versions of the product. I can't remember. And I was like, and the guy is looking at me. He knows I want to ask something, and he's like, "All right, mate." And I was like, and I just put it back on, and I just almost ran. I was so desperate and so embarrassed of being an immigrant. Yes, it sucks, but that struggle, it's a crucible, the place where the cultures can mix. And ignore all the noise in the media and politics. There is no way people will not ever will stop mixing, right? Sometimes it's more popular, sometimes less. We are living in a time where it's maybe not as popular to be an immigrant, but so what? Tough shit. I am one. What are you going to do about this? I'll be okay. I mean, I came to a country with nothing. If you kick me out to another, I'll do exactly the same thing, and I'll show everybody else how it's done again, right? This is the thing about immigrant. You see, the superpower is because you had to fight to belong. You were not just born and you just hello and you made friends for the next 10 years, and then you went to school, another school, and you made more friends and you get to know everyone, and all your problems were just local and typical to all the people around you. And by the way, there is no monopoly for problems. Like, we all have problems. Nobody's problems are bigger than others, right? So it's like you have to fight to belong. And that is the problem. You see, this is the toxicity of immigrant mindset. Because most of us, we feel this is a fight. We need to prove something to someone, not to ourselves, to them. So there are two ways I've noticed people are doing it normally, the immigrants, non-natives. One, and that's the majority of people, they sort of back off, right? They accept what they get. Like, oh, they're very grateful for the little shitty job they have. They're very grateful that somebody talked to them. They stay homes. They kind of tend to live within their own local communities. Let's say in case I'm Polish people like myself, they live in Polish houses. They do shoppings in the Polish shops, Polish this, Polish that, because it makes them feel safer. And then they go to job, which is a bottom, sort of like basic job for like minimum national wage, and they feel they should be obliged, like feel grateful for it. Like, bullshit. No. I mean, that's a great place to start. I was a bicycle courier for like 3 years, like really making no money and then little money. I've went through all of that, but in not a single place I had moments, right, but not felt forever that, oh God, that's where I should stay because of my country of origin or something. Like, no, I'm no worse than anybody else, so you are not. But there's a trap. Your toxic mindset of an immigrant can make you literally get stuck in there. It's like you play it safe. You think, I just need to keep my head down and work hard and everyone's going to be fine. And maybe one day, if I really do my work really well, I'll become a manager, right? A manager is like the maximum we like to think about. Like, this is as highest as we like to think. Like, I shouldn't think any further. Like, why would you think about being a director, a C-level executive, a CEO? Why not? I mean, some of the biggest CEOs I met, or you can see all out there in the world, they immigrants. Sometimes not the first line or second line of the second generation, but it's normal. It's in your head. It's not. You think wrong. That's the toxicity. It's this danger of being a non-native. But once you see that and get past through this, you're unstoppable. You see, you overcompensate. You say yes to everything. You're afraid of losing opportunities. You never ask for more because down deep, you feel like you don't belong at the table, right? Do you know this? Does it sound familiar? That was me for so long, right? That was me for years, even though I knew I shouldn't. But it's hard to overcome this because it's in there. But you see, let's flip it quickly. Let's flip the script. You see, the immigrant mindset, as toxic as it can, and unfortunate for 90% of people out there, it's that they choose to stay in this toxic environment. It doesn't have to be, because on the other side of the same coin is, if you pair your instinct of survival as strength, your willingness to put yourself in front of everyone, to look stupid, and accept that this is it. There is no way back. There's no safety net. If I fail, I fail. This is the power of it. It's hard to describe. You can literally break through walls using your head. It's just going to take you a bit longer than others, but they can't. People born in their countries, they don't understand the strength, the power of it. They can see it, but unless you move out to other country where you really have to face all these challenges, you don't know what we're talking about. And the strength it gives you, it's like 20 years in the gym, but it's your mental gym for your health, for your head and your well-being, right? The key is, please don't forget, it's you. If you get yourself in this bad gym for 20 years with your local community, everything Polish, shopping, Polish that, or wherever you're from, Indian this, Indian that, Indian there, you're done. You're going to be forever the immigrant, the bottom line. You're going to always feel crappy. People will judge you, or you will feel it, and that's it. That is the trap. But if you get out of it, if you put yourself out there willingly in front of others, in front of natives, start doing what natives do, start talking to them. Essentially, at the beginning, it might feel uncomfortable, but you will get there. And if you give yourself a couple of years, and you will just destroy all those barriers. You literally become unstoppable. Trust me, this is what I've done. And now I can't go anywhere. I can go anywhere, stand in front of anyone. I don't care. And people with this attitude, people, go back to me. They look at me and say, wow, you're so confident. You're so fun. You're so this, you're so that. They're just interested. Who is this guy? Where's this energy from? That's the energy from, because I was at the bottom. I was a piece, a shit down at the bottom nobody would look at. If you're down there, you only have, can go up and there's no limit, right? So what this essentially means, well, we're living in the days where everybody is complaining about everything, even though I'm in the UK and I complain as well. I'm trying not to too much, but I do. We have a people around us, societies where everybody complains. Doesn't matter if you're a millionaire, poor, this, that, it's a complaint. But if you're an immigrant, you see or you can see things as an opportunity, not a complaint, right? So, and this is, I made the other video the other day, like the whole Europe is collapsing, like because it's pretty bad now in Europe and in the UK, and I think it's going to get worse. But I see it as another one, opportunity, right? The worst case scenario, I don't know, the new English government decides to kick out all the immigrants, which is obviously nonsense, but they decide and I'll have to go somewhere else. Guess what? Okay. You don't want me to hear? That's fine. I'll do exactly the same thing elsewhere. Because as long as I can speak English now, I'm pretty, fluent with English, I can do, and I have achieved things in my life. I don't have to prove anything to anyone, right? Now I have like infinite confidence in me, which is great, but you have to build it. You have to get there. Key here, really key takeaway is like, you have to stay in balance, because right now, as probably most of you watching it, because that's what most of us out there doing, your balance is shifted one way, and that's the toxic way, right? You are just, I am Polish, I'm doing Polish shopping, all I deserve is this much, little much, this much, no, I can't ask for more. No, you have to get out of it. You can't do it like literally overnight, but you can start now, right, today. You have to start seeing it and think about this. If you start doing this step by step, eventually you get rid of it. That's this false belief in your head. And you'll see this is not how people see you. This is not how natives see you. This is not how anybody sees you. Nobody cares. And the more you understand it, the more you like it, and the more power it gives you. You become really indestructible in achieving, like, goal careers, success, anything you can control. And you can control most of it if you're in your life, if you really understand it. Look, if I could come to a different country as a broke Polish guy with a debt, couldn't speak English, and I had it was £200 in my pocket, and I slept on the floor for months. I was homeless, all kind of shit, picking up food from the bins, all sort of really, really funny now. I think, like, if I could do it, and then I could build companies, hire people, I've been making millions of pounds in my businesses. Then I lost millions of pounds. Then I'm making again. It's like, if I can make it, and I'm not special, I have no special degree. I'm a dropout from the university. I had failed businesses over and over. But if I can do it, so can you. Like, the only thing you have to understand is your mindset. You don't even have to be super smart or nothing. You literally can be just you out there on the other side of this camera, sitting wherever you are in your, I don't know, God's forgotten small village in the middle of Asia and some mountain or something. If this is not what you want, you can literally change it. You can really come to another country and just start over, right? It starts in here and in your heart. If you can really do it and you just give yourself this permission to do it, then you can do it. I've done it, so you can. Look, if this video resonates with you, please give me a like. Consider subscribing to my channel. I'm still very new. I'm building the channel from the scratch. I have my free non-native entrepreneur community. You can find a link in below the video. It's only 120 people. It's 120 people already there. The idea is to have people like us coming together and sort of helping each other overcome these shitty problems we are faced, because they're not real. Most of these problems are not real. They're just mental blockades. Once you see it, once you can get past through that, you're free to go, and then you can be a CEO of Google as the current guy, whatever his name is, right? Please, thanks so much for your time. Subscribe my channel, support the video, click like, support the channel. And until next time.